What a day, what a day, what a day. Poor Rubio. You know, I wasn't as invested in his political career as I was Cruz's, only because I was more familiar with Cruz and just in his prominence during the government shutdown, the years in between now and then. But Rubio still was someone I was acquainted with in the general sense of, oh, he did this today, he did that last month, he did that the month before that, and now I can say this month he's dropping out. Today he's dropped out, and in watching his speech, I really couldn't bring myself to believe this was it. It was over. It was done. It's going, no. He's not actually gonna get. He's not gonna get out. No way. No, that can't be true. That's not possible. No, he's not gonna do that. I'm playing myself, and he did, and it was quite surprising for, I think, everyone who. Well, first of all, in spite of everything that had been said, in spite of every poll, I really thought he could do it. In Florida, that is. The other states I wasn't too sure about at all. But I really believed he could at least win his home state. And the idea that you represent these people and you can't get enough of them to turn out and vote for you actually made me feel kind of sorry for him. Not in the sense of he's horrible. No, but it's just that's wow. That's kind of almost a sense of betrayal in a way. Of course, people are entitled to vote for whoever they want to vote for, but it's just the idea you represent them, and they said no. They said we don't want you. We want this guy that talked about everyone's appearance and wants to ban an entire religion. We want that person. That's our candidate. That's our guy. That's the one we feel safe with. Not you, not the person who has represented us for multiple years. That's not in the cards. And they're already talking about his political future in 2020, whatever. I think those are trivial, not 2028, 2020. I think those are trivial matters when, we don't even have a candidate. What are you doing? It's just, you're thinking too far ahead. I guess people who think far ahead are preparing themselves for the future, but even then, you have to wait and see how things play out before you can make your next move. That's all I'm getting at. Trump won all those states except for Ohio, if I remember correctly. And he picked the best time to get out because I couldn't see him amassing all of these delegates. We all keep having this fictional narrative that Trump will win these states, but then we'll come back next week and we'll win 2 or 3, and he wins 2 or 3 out of the 4 and we win 1, just referring to people who are not part of his coalition. So it's just a fantasy at this point. It's fictional to believe or to have had that belief. It kept seeming plausible, especially after Iowa and New Hampshire. I was really thinking it would happen in South Carolina, but I was amazed, and Nevada just made me sick of it. But again, it is what it is, and I can only hope that enough people will rally around either Cruz or Kasich, although I'm leaning more towards Cruz in terms of who's realistically going to unseat Trump from being the front runner. So we'll see what happens on that side. On the Democrat side, it is just, it's as if the more you hope it's not Clinton, the more people say, hey, let's vote for her. And it's so amazing watching those people involved with her campaign. They're cheering, they're clapping, they're showings of just excitement and happiness. I can't even conceive having that type of positive development within myself about someone like her. Someone that, has so many scandals. I'm not talking about person. I'm talking about Benghazi, the email thing. They seem so. It's all of this stuff eating away at her, and the idea that people will vote for someone who could potentially be indicted. It just seems, Sanders is clean of all of that. Whatever. They talk about Republicans turn everything into a little issue. Republicans didn't make up those emails. Didn't make up Benghazi. and make up the circumstances that led to 4 Americans being murdered, I guess, on her watch. So all I'm getting at is there are things that that might be fabricated. It's not like Democrats will do the same thing, if not more. But it should not be lost that both parties have a responsibility to the people who elect them to keep them safe, or to at least attempt to. Everybody's going to fail at some point at something, but you don't just keep screwing up and get away with it. Not even just get away with it, but just act as if it doesn't matter, and have people who are for you act as if they could care less. We're just going to keep voting for you anyway, and neglect the idea that the realistic notion you can be indicted during the general election. So that's really kind of my kind of confused outlook on the Democratic primary right now, especially after today's results. And I just hope things change and these two front runners don't stay in place. Cruz, Sanders, Kasich, you give me anybody else but these two. That's all I'm hoping for. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.